guys, here's a trade that we've got pending in the room at the moment. So just looking at the euro dollar here, we're getting a nice bit of a sell-off at the moment. Starting with the big picture macro view, we've had just some bullet points. Italian political shenanigans going on. So the anti-establishment parties have agreed on a budget proposal, but it's at odds with the Eurozone rules, the fiscal rules. So this is causing some flight from the euro. Also, there's been a proposal put together by the Nationalist League and Populist Five-Star Movement that could end up weighing against the euro in the medium term if the Commission ends up approving the plan. This is because nearby nations such as Greece may question their leniency, which would give rise to economic nationalist sentiment. So this could be the beginning of a big tumble for the euro. So and also, if you look at just the broad perspective as well, from a yield and fundamental perspective, we're pairing it against the US dollar. So from a yield and fundamental perspective, the US dollar is at a large advantage against the euro. The Fed's raised from 2 to 2.5. The ECB, they're umming and ahhing about the schedule of exiting their asset program. So potentially by the end of this year, but you know it's nothing too compelling. So there's that divergence which is going on there. So looking at the chart, we don't want to just jump into this move. Here's the daily chart here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the profile chart here and just look for a simple pullback trade today. So we have a small range so far today. So looking at the data, I'll look for a retest of this low here. So let's just grab the horizontal line popper in there. There we go. So let's just bring that down to this low volume area here. This is the composite chart which goes back and looks at the last 30 days of price and puts it into a composite volume profile. So this is volume at price. So this is an area where over those 30 days not much business has taken place. So this will act as a natural barrier to price. So rather than taking the pullback to here, we'll move down here and then just a little distance in front here, so we can grab that. It also coincides with this 60-minute bars high and this 60-minute bars high. Yeah, the high is just a little bit above, but it's a zone rather than a really tight region. So you know, we can use this zone. You can use any entry technique you like to get into there. Reversal pattern on a lower time frame. You can go in for the bias change. I talk about that a bit more in another video. But anyway, we'll be looking at selling off now. This is where you want to practice. You want to avoid FOMO. So, and as far as targets are concerned, we're looking at a movement back down now. This is a swing trade, so it could be, you know, 1 to 3 weeks, I would say, with the evolving situation. So realistically, I would be looking for, if we're going to have a big sell-off, to price to move back down to around the 1,1400 level, and then it's possibly going to stay here and just consolidate around here before making a move lower. But I would be looking for targeting just above that zone. So just to reiterate, so we're looking at 116.30, and we're targeting all the way down to just above 11400. So this is a big swing trade. So no need to chase this one. I mean, we've got plenty of places where there's going to be a bit of a bounce. You know, we have this very strong resistance zone here. This is another place where we could get involved. I'll be looking at pyramiding into this trade. You know, basically the strategy I use is I'll take on a small position here, and then when it gets to the next trouble zone, I'll be monitoring it. And if it goes into a ranging environment, I'll try and build up a risk-free position, which means each time it bounces at the top of the range, taking a small position and then scaling out as it reaches the bottom, taking another one, scaling out as it reaches the bottom, and then having a risk-free position on before it then continues its way down. So So I hope you enjoy the trade. If you want to come and check out the trading room, we've got this trade live there and many others. It's free to access, and we're at Global Trader. See you soon.